Hello, freshman parents. I am Dr. Jeffrey Budz. I am the president and principal here at Joliet Catholic Academy, and it's with great honor to welcome you to the 2021 school year. We are so excited to start the school year and to see our kids on campus, and we are excited to partner with you to give your student the best experience possible here at JCA. With COVID happening this year, the school year will look a little bit different, so we want to make sure that we have the healthiest and safest environment for your child. So we're asking that you partner with us to make sure that happens. We are asking our students to self-certify every morning and not to come to school if they are feeling any symptoms that should prevent them from coming to school. We are doing the same thing with our faculty and staff because we know that it will only take one case to infect many people here on campus. So please self-certify have your child self-certify before coming on campus. We know that you're going to have many, many questions this school year. We put a lot of information online. We do have a COVID page online to answer some of your most frequently asked questions. But please know that we are resources for you. This is your experience also. We want to make sure that you are comfortable each day sending your child to school. If you have any questions for any of the offices, please just give us a call. We want to make sure, once again, that your questions are answered and that you have the best experience possible here. 4 years will be through before you know it, and your child will be going on to college. These are the best years. They say these high school years are the best years of your child's life, and we hope that we can be play a little part in that experience. We know that we will offer the best education possible for your child, and we will make sure that your child has some of the best experiences they will in our 4 years. Once again, this is not just your child's experience, this is your experience also, and we feel that once things get back to normal a little bit, there'll be many events that we'd like you to participate in, and we'll be inviting you to all of those through our online calendar and through other invites. You're going to see a lot of information today from different speakers, and so once again, I can't stress enough, if you have any questions at all, please just notify that person in that office, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. I wish you nothing but success this year and blessings as we enter our 2021 school year. We hope that you have your child and you have the best experience possible. So with that all said, go Angels and Hillman, and let's have a great year.
Okay, hi, I am Suzi Arnett. I am the Dean of Students here at JCA, and I'd like to welcome you to our JCA family. I'm going to be talking about the Dean's office and some rules you're going to need to follow, and your students are going to need to follow, and absences and our drug testing. I'm going to start off with absences. If your student is absent for school, please call into the Dean's office. Leave a message with their name, their grade level, and if they have any COVID symptoms or have been quarantined by a health professional. It's very important that you let us know if you have any COVID symptoms or your student has been quarantined. The nurse's office will follow up with you. They will give you a call so we can follow our school procedures. This year, all absences will be considered excused. This is because of our COVID standards. If there is a student that is not feeling well, please call them in. If there's a student who has not been to school often, we will meet with the counselors and parents to determine if remote learning is a better option for them. Our goal is for every student to receive the best quality education here at JCA. If your student is homesick, assignments will be online. They are to contact their teacher in their teams, which Mrs. Pahl will talk a little bit more about. Quarantine students will be on remote learning. If your student is participating in the after-school program, you must call them in absent. If your student is participating in the after-school program, they must be called in if they're absent. If they skip and don't come to school, you will get a phone call from the dean's office. If this becomes regular 3 or more times, we will meet with you and determine if they should be dropped from the program. Tardies are the same in the school, in the parent-teacher handbook. At 5 tardies to school, 10 tardies, your student will receive a letter notification that they are getting close to the 12 tardy limit. At 12 tardies, students will be given a detention. Our dress code has changed a little bit this year too due to COVID. On Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, students will be able to wear spirit wear. This is because some of our students are in PE classes and cannot change into their PE uniforms because we are not using the locker room. Students can wear a JCA t-shirt or sweatshirt. Shirts may not be altered. What does that mean? That means it cannot be cut up cute in a little triangle for girls, or cut cropped, or have the sleeves cut off. They can wear a JCA sweatshirt with a hood if it's cooler out. Students can also wear jeans, shorts, or sweatpants. Jeans cannot have rips or holes, even if that's how they bought them. Short lengths have to be fingertip length, and shoes can be gym shoes, no slippers, no sandals without backs or flip-flops. They may wear their uniform, their school uniform, any day. On Wednesdays, students have to wear a JCA polo if they're a freshman, sophomore, or junior, and seniors can wear their colored polo for their e-learning. If you have any questions about dress code, everything is in the parent-student handbook. Students' hair, boys and girls, should be worn neat. That means we should be able to see their eyes. Boys need to have their hair cut and out of their eyes, and boys also need to be clean shaven every day. Our most important thing about our dress code this year is our mask. All masks must be solid in color. You can buy one from the Spirit Shop with the JCA logo on it, and those are also allowed. Unfortunately, neck gaiters and bandanas are not allowed according to the CDC new guidelines. They are not as protective, so we are not having them here at school. When you put your mask on, it must be over your nose and covering your chin. So you can't have it like this, and you can't have it like this. It needs to be worn like this at all times in school. Students will be warned the first time. The second time they will be issued a detention, and the third time you will get a call home. We are trying to keep our building open. We are trying to keep everyone at school, and a mask is a great tool and a great way to do that. So please encourage your children to wear their masks at all time in school. Social media. I am not patrolling social media, but I will be notified if anything comes up that's inappropriate. If there is something, please contact me, make copies or screenshot anything that you find, and if needed, the police will be notified. Detentions. All detentions due to COVID are going to be served in the morning. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, students will have scheduled detentions. On Mondays and Fridays, they can come in and serve their detention at 7 a.m. Students are to enter the main entrance. They report to the dean's office. They should bring their planners, a pen or a pencil, and paper for their detention. All detention guidelines and referral guidelines are in the parent-student handbook. If you have any questions about them, please give me a call at the dean's office. Students will be notified by their teacher if they have a detention, and then you will be emailed from the dean's office, so you're aware also. There will be a list posted outside the dean's office daily, so students can check that too. So there should be no reason that they do not know they have a detention. As I said, a list of behaviors and that result in detention are listed in the parent-student handbook, and anything I cover today is also in the amended handbook, especially the COVID section. So please look at that online, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call in the dean's office. Thank you very much, and let's enjoy the year.
Each morning, JCA students will check in at one of 3 locations through heat sensors, while also self-certifying at home with the questions recommended by the CDC. JCA students will start the year off in Spirit Day dress code. They will also be able to socially distance during passing periods, which will be 10 minutes long. Our students will not be utilizing lockers at the beginning of the year, so they will be allowed to carry backpacks throughout the school day.
Welcome back. Good to have everybody back.
Per CDC, Illinois Department of Public Health, and Illinois State Board of Education guidelines, desks will be socially distanced as much as possible in every classroom, and alternative sites will be used on campus for classes that are larger that do not allow for social distancing. Students will be encouraged to wear masks. The CDC has also given further instruction that neck gaiters and buffs are no longer recommended, so masks will be used. Students will be encouraged to keep their masks covering their mouth and their nose throughout the school day.
Good afternoon, freshman parents. My name is Mrs. Vercelli. I am one of the 5 nurses that work at JCA. Our health offices is open from 8 to 2:30 on the days that students are present. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for this quarter. We want to let you know that we are trying our best to keep all of your kids safe and doing everything in our power to make this home for all of your freshmen this year. I understand that this year is very different than most years, but we are going to do this all together. Let's start off with a few things as any new freshman would need to know. We all need the freshman forms filled out. The certificate of child health examination needs to be filled out. Please take note that there's a parent portion on the back side of the certificate of child health. Please make sure that's fully filled out so we don't end up having to call you. Make sure all of their immunizations are up to date. We do not have a first day exclusion for anybody that does not have their papers filled out, but we do ask that you get those in as soon as possible. The exclusion date is October 15th, so please try not to wait until that last day, as your child will not be able to come back to school without the proper health forms filled out. All of our forms are on the JCA website under the health office section, so feel free to go under there, print them off from the link, and turn them in after you've gotten them signed by your physician. This is the second year that Illinois has required dental. So all freshmen need to have a dental form completely filled out by their dentist and turned in as well. We do not carry stock meds. So any student that may need any medication during the school day, you will need to supply your own medications along with the medical authorization administration form that you may also print off of the website. That needs to be signed by your physician and the parent and turned both in together with the medication to the health office. Absolutely no medications will be allowed to be carried on the student, with the exception of epinephrine pens, any asthma medication that the children might need that has also been approved by the physician for them to self-carry. Emergency action plans, getting to that. For epilepsy, diabetes, asthma, and food allergies, we would like to have your action plans filled out and turned in ASAP, just for the safety of your kids, so we can make sure that we have all the proper forms prior to the first day of school. Now, as you know, 2020 has been very different, and our 2020-2021 school year may look very different. So let's talk a little bit about COVID and how we are going to get through this together at Joliet Catholic. Again, I will stress to you that it is our main goal to keep everyone safe and sound at JCA, but I want you to know that this is a team and group effort. One thing I want to talk about is the masks. We all know that masks are most definitely required at JCA. So I want you to keep I need the parents to keep a positive attitude about the masks. We are going to talk about to our students how important it is to keep you safe, to keep me safe, and to keep all of us around us safe. So the mask should always be worn anytime inside the building. We want to stay in school. So, and I know your kids want to be in school, we want them in school. So let's work together on that to make sure that we're putting out a positive atmosphere about the masks. Also, one very, very important thing, self-certification. Self-certification means that every morning you are getting up with your student and you are self-certifying that they are healthy and that they have no COVID-like symptoms and that they are ready to go to school. This is so vitally important as the fact that we cannot send our kids to school ill in any way, shape, or form. We need you to really be on board with this. We need you to make sure that this becomes as much of a daily morning routine as brushing your teeth and having breakfast. So here is the student, this is also on the website, the student daily certification checklist. There are 5 questions on here that we need you to answer every single morning. Every single morning. Do you have any of these symptoms? Were you in close contact with anybody? Are you awaiting a test? Are you currently isolating or quarantining because you may have been exposed to COVID-19? If you answer yes to any of these questions, you are not permitted to come into the school. This keeps us all safe. These little things every single morning. You can print this off the website, hang it on your door, the door you walk out of every morning. Make sure you are taking this extremely seriously. The signs and symptoms, there are quite a few, as we all know and we have heard and seen through IDPH and the CDC and ISBE. We are asking that those symptoms that you might have, that they are outside of your normal baseline, which means if it is normal for you to have a headache, then having a headache is not outside of your normal baseline of feeling. So get up every morning and do this and decide how you feel. And make sure that when you're coming into school, that you are coming in with answers to no on all of this, and that you are making a team effort to keep everybody in school, because it will only take a few kids to not make this happen. That's why we're all in this together as a team. I would also like to talk about what is considered close contact. Close contact, first of all, I'd like to talk about really quick before the close contact is the fact that we are doing everything in our power to stay 6 feet. We've got our desks, our classrooms, we're doing everything that has been approved, and we are making every effort to keep everybody at a 6 feet distance. The close contact, the definition that is given to us of close contact is being within 6 feet or less of someone, even with a mask on, for 15 minutes throughout the day. That is considered close contact. So that, it can be 15 minutes throughout the day. So it can be 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes a couple hours later, and 5 minutes a couple hours later. So please keep that in mind. So we are following IDPH rules. So in that sense, that they will be, if somebody is quarantined, somebody has to quarantine, it is because they were in that realm of less than 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. Degrees of separation are going to be quite a frequently asked question. We did put on our website the frequently asked questions from the Illinois Department of Public Health. Please feel free to go to that website. If you have any questions, please always feel free to email us at JCA Nurse at jca-online.org. We are happy to help and answer any questions. A lot of these questions may come as an individual basis. So please don't hesitate to ever reach out to us. We are always here from 8 to 2:30 on the days that kids are in school. And you can always leave a voicemail on our phone, or you can leave us a message and we will answer the emails as quick as we possibly can. When it comes to a child being sent home from school with symptoms, if they are a driver and you have been contacted, they will, and you've given us permission, they will go ahead and drive home. If, considering this is a freshman class, none of you guys drive, so we do have a designated isolation room if your student presents with any COVID-like symptoms. So they will be waiting in there, isolated, with monitoring, eyes on them all the time by either a nurse or a staff member, and waiting for you to promptly pick them up. When it comes to students needing to come to the health office for any other things, again, I'd like to say this year will look a little differently. The teacher they will need to ask their teacher. The teacher will then call down to the health office, and then we will be able to let them know whether it is safe for them to come to the health office, or do we already have more kids than our physically distant ability allows, and then they will have to wait, unless, of course, is an emergency. If it is an emergency, then that completely takes a precedent over a non-emergency. Like I said, we just want to keep all of our kids safe. We want to be in this building. We're really excited about this school year. We're here if anybody needs us. The one thing that we just can't stress enough is that if your student does not feel well in any way, shape, or form, please keep them home. Please do your best to keep yourself, your students, your kids, and the rest of JCA safe. This is not the school year to push through. This is not the time to, if I just don't feel good and I have a test, to push through. We've got to keep everyone safe. In order to make all of this work and to keep us in the school, we need you all to do your part as well. So let's all be in this together, and we're gonna have a great 2020-2021 school year. Thank you.
Hello, JCA families, and welcome. Welcome especially to our brand new freshmen. We're very happy to have you here at JCA Catholic Academy. My name is Laura Pahl, and I am the Assistant Principal for Curriculum and Technology. I just want to take a few minutes today to speak to you a little bit about technology at JCA and what you can expect. My first and most important reminder when it comes to technology is that it is your responsibility to bring your laptop to school each day fully charged. If at any time while you're here, you're having trouble with your device, we have a help desk located in room 213. It is open before, after, and during school for any trouble you might have. Everything that you do while you are at JCA is connected to our network and therefore is monitored at all times. So please keep that in mind as you're here throughout the day. You're going to use this device as your learning companion. You'll use it to help organize yourself, keep track of your schedule, and keep track of your assignments. Finally, you'll receive plenty of information at your freshman training and on the first days of school of how to use the various applications on your device. Joliet Catholic Academy is a Microsoft for Education school. We use the Microsoft Teams platform for all that we do here at JCA. Now I want to switch gears and talk to you a little bit about our new schedule to start the year. Our modified schedule to start the year will look a little bit different than you're used to seeing. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we will be in school learning. Wednesdays, we will be live e-learning from home. On Mondays and Thursdays, your schedule is as follows. First period will begin at 7:50. You will go to first period, second period, third period, and fourth period. Each of those classes are 1 hour in duration with a 10-minute passing period. The day concludes at 12:20. If you are not staying for our after-school care program, once you get home, you will receive assignments posted in your Microsoft Teams for periods 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those are not live assignments. They will just be posted assignments in your team, and they will be due at the discretion of your teacher. On Tuesdays and Fridays, you will come to school, and you will start at 7:50 with period 8. You will go through period 8, 7, 6, and 5 for 1 hour each with 10-minute passing periods. If you're not staying for our after-school care program, you'll leave at 12:20, and when you arrive home, you will find an assignment posted for periods 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, those are not live assignments, they're just assignments posted in teams. On Wednesdays will be our live e-learning day. We will follow our regular school schedule, which can be found in our parent-student handbook on our JCA website. You will go to first period live through Microsoft Teams starting at 7:50. You will follow that regular schedule and be live e-learning throughout the entire school day. If you have any questions about technology or our new schedule to start the school year, you may contact me at lpahl@jca-online.org at any time. I know when we all work together, we're going to have a terrific school year. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bill Pender. I'm the Vice Principal for Faculty and Operations. I'm just going to cover a few points with you. First, a lot of people will be talking, I'm sure, about today and the next few weeks about getting involved in different activities. There's a lot of sports to get involved in. There's many no-cut sports. Additionally, there's a lot of clubs and activities that are available, and we strongly encourage you to really become a well-rounded student. If you're an athlete who never thought of joining clubs, consider joining a club. Listen to the announcements. They're always announcing about different clubs that be accepting new members. Same thing with a lot of the sports teams. There's plenty of sports that are no cut. So if you're somebody who's never played a sport and all of a sudden you're thinking you might want to play one, find out. There's a lot available, and we want to make sure this is the best possible experience for you for the next 4 years. Again, even if you're an athlete and you have an off-season sport, again, look, there are a lot of opportunities for students to get involved year-round. So you're not just stuck playing one sport or stuck doing one activity. Well, round out your college resume. Next, a couple things I want to talk about is line of communication. If there is an issue with the teacher, we do strongly encourage you to contact the teacher directly. And if that doesn't solve the problem, there are division chairs for every department, and we would strongly encourage you to go there. If that doesn't work, then please do contact myself. We're always happy to help you, but if you're not sure who to contact, you can always contact me as well to start. But a lot of times, the best form of communication is directly with the teacher if there's a question or concern or issue. Next, we're all here to help. If your student is struggling in any way, shape, or form, whether it be academically, socially, spiritually, please seek out help. There's a lot of people here that want to help, whether it's directly from a teacher, guidance counselor, campus ministry, one of the members of the administration. We all want to help you, okay? So please don't hesitate to reach out. We hate to find out 8 weeks in that somebody might have been struggling in a class or something for 8 weeks when that was a problem that could have been handled earlier. So please, please, please reach out to help. We want to help you. We want to make this the best possible situation and the best possible experience for you and your children. Next, as you've all been aware, hopefully, you've been getting messages through our school messenger, which is our mass phone system. If you have not been receiving those messages or those calls, please email me and let me know so we can find out if there's some sort of kink in the system, okay? And the final thing I want to talk about is drug testing. Many of the returning families are aware for about the last 13 or 14 years, we've been mandatory drug testing of all of our students. And during the first semester, everybody gets tested. And the second semester, a random 25% get tested. And you could get tested once at the end of February, and your number does go back into the hopper, and you could get tested 2 weeks later. There was a year we had a student that got tested 4 times. And what happens with that, you'll get called down, and it's a hair sample. And they take an inch and a half of hair, and it goes back 90 days. And it does a 5-screen drug panel, and our success rate is over 99% negative, which is good. It's a scenario where negative is good. However, if somebody does test positive, where it's not something that we're trying to just kick anybody out, what we're trying to do is help kids. And so if somebody tests positive, it is all confidential. The dean would contact the student, okay? And then contact the family and set up a meeting with the guidance counselor, the family, the student, and the student. And it'd be mandatory evaluation from a professional, and you have to follow whatever their recommendation is. If they say this was a one-time deal, it's not, anything major, then it was just a one-time deal, then we'll work with that. But if they say the student has to be put inpatient, then the student has to do that. They have to follow whatever the recommendation is. Then, 100 days after the notification, a student is tested a second time. The hair sample goes back 90 days, so this gives an opportunity for them to get anything out of their system. Now, a second positive could result in being asked to leave. In our 13 years here, I think about 8 or 9 kids have been asked to leave from a second test. So that will be starting shortly within the first couple of weeks of school, and more information will be sent to the students, the new students, as how this process will work and where they will report for the drug testing. Now, the second positive test does follow their entire time here. So if somebody tests positive first semester, freshman year, and tests negative on their follow-up, after that, they are not in the clear. So there is if they test positive, second semester, senior year, they still can fall into the same category of that's a second positive, they could be asked to leave. Other than that, it is going to be a great 4 years. And again, the drug testing students really enjoy because it does give them an opportunity to say no. And that is the entire basis behind this, giving kids an opportunity to say no and helping them. So once again, it's going to be hopefully a great 4 years. Hopefully 2021 will be better than 2020 has been. But we look forward to working together in this partnership for the next 4 years, and it's going to be a great time. Thank you.
Hello, welcome once again to our parents and to the class of 2024. My name is Kris Horn, and I am the counseling department chairperson this year. I am a generalist counselor for the last names P through Z. Our counseling department is made up of 4 counselors and Mrs. Holly Scordo, who is our administrative assistant for the counseling department. The other counselors' names are Carrie Volz, Tom Gilbert, and Jackie Pilara, who is our new college and career counselor. So first, on behalf of the counseling department, we welcome you to Joliet Catholic Academy. The counseling department follows the American School Counselor Association guidelines. Additionally, we implement the mission of JCA into our overall counseling program. We work with your children on all aspects of the human person: social, emotional, college and career, and academic. We will call them down to our office at least once a semester, oftentimes many more than that, and we will also work with them through our advisory program. Our advisory program will look a little bit different this year based on our homeroom schedule, but essentially we will meet with each student at least 2 times every month for 30 minutes each session. Through advisory, we will implement our counseling curriculum, where we will focus on social emotional aspects of your child's development, as well as academic aspects, which will include transitioning into high school, organization, discipline with regard to studying skills, and test preparation, and finally, college searching and career readiness. We will use Naviance. This is our online program that our school uses that will be a significant part of your child's experience at JCA and will affect his or her future. This tool is used to provide a means to partner with you, the parents, as well as our students. We will give the freshmen their Naviance activation codes early in September so that they can begin familiarizing themselves with this program from the very beginning of the school year. You will also be sent a parent activation code in September so that you can begin as well. Naviance is our primary tool to provide online college searching, career exploration, and communication, as well as the tool that we use for much of the college application process, including college letters of recommendation, as well as sending of transcripts to colleges and universities. With regard to standardized testing, in October of every year, on National Testing Day, our sophomores and juniors will take the pre-ACT and/or the practice ACT. In April again, each year, the normal plan is to host a national testing ACT for our junior students. Again, this year may look a little different. Our sophomores traditionally take our honors program sophomores traditionally take the PSAT, and our junior honor students will also take the PSAT. This year, we are hoping to host a ACT for our class of 21, the seniors, who have not yet been able to take an ACT because of the pandemic. On testing day, normally our freshmen have a freshman retreat where we focus on a lot of different important topics, including healthy decision-making, study skills, healthy peer relationships, social media, and of course, Naviance. We also include a senior panel with this discussion. We will likely implement this during our advisory program versus having one big retreat this fall. We ask a lot of your sons and daughters. Most importantly, we ask them to really work hard to focus on their grades and their grade point average from the very beginning. We ask you to get involved as our partners. We ask your students to do their homework, and we ask them to always ask us for help if they need it. What we ask of you, their parents, is simply a partnership. Teachers, parents, counselors, administrators, and students. It takes a village, and we are here to help, and we are always willing to do so. We ask you to please use Naviance from the beginning. Please follow us on our Facebook, our counseling Facebook, and our Twitter page. We try to really communicate through those two tools, and we will always communicate through Naviance email as well. You will often receive email through Naviance from the counselor, from your child's school counselor or the college counselor. We also ask, under normal circumstances, that you attend our counseling events. We host a multitude of events every year, from coffees in the morning to programs in the evenings. Sometimes we do programs on Saturdays to accommodate working parents, especially those who work out of town. So we really try to do a lot throughout the fall and spring semesters for all 4 levels of our students. So we just ask that you attend those events. Oftentimes, those events are taped and then will be featured, emailed to you, or we will post them through Naviance electronically. So we just ask you to really look for those, participate in those, and again, reach out to us if you need anything at all. Once again, welcome. We will update our calendars on Naviance, including the advisory calendar, so that you know what your students are focusing on in their advisory sessions. We will start advisory the very last week of August, first week of September, so I think that Monday is August 31st. That is our goal, to start our advisory program this year. Again, we'll meet with the 9th graders twice that week of school, and then we will meet each freshman early in September to welcome them to JCA, get familiar with your students, and have them meet us so that they know they have us as their advocate in the building. So from all of us in the counseling department, again, welcome to JCA. We look forward to having a relationship with your sons and daughters and having a relationship with you. You can count on us. We are your students, your sons and daughters advocates, first and foremost, and we really look forward to working with each of them. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kisha and I'm the new Director of Diversity and Inclusion here at JCA. I just want to take a moment and say thank you for joining us and taking the time to watch this video. We are excited to welcome your youth here at JCA this year and hope that we can bear with each other as we try to get through these very interesting times adjusting to the pandemic. So welcome. So specifically, my position will be working with many of the different departments here at JCA, such as admissions and counseling, and just making sure that we're including all of our students and giving them all of the support that they may need while they're here at JCA. If there's anything that you yourself may need for you and your family, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, and we will try our best to get to you. So along with working with the different departments, I will also be working with the different advisory councils, the different clubs and organizations here to make sure if there's anything that's needed that we are providing that too. I will also be providing different diversity trainings for all of the staff, the faculty, and the students here at JCA throughout the school year. Again, if there's anything that you need throughout your time here, please don't hesitate to reach out, and welcome.